Welcome to the Knit Song Podcast. My name is Audrey, and this is my podcast about knitting, crochet, yarn dyeing, sewing, crafty things, and maybe even adding some spinning today. Anyway, welcome. This is episode 27, and it's been a few weeks since my last podcast, and so I'm excited to be back today, and I am just happy to be having an extra day off. It is Memorial Day 2018. It's a beautiful, cloudy, kind of gray but warm day in Utah, and I'm enjoying the day off. And so I thought, what better way to spend it than to spend a little time investing in and saying hello to the knitting community that I love so much. So hello, thanks for hanging out if you're watching. So yes, this is episode 27. I should mention my contact information real quickly. I knit a little song. I'm speaking so fast, probably because of my iced coffee. I knit a little song on Instagram, and on Ravelry I am katknitss, spelled like the character from the Hunger Games, but I will put that in the down bar below. So, yes, this is episode 27, and I'm titling this one Recovery. And you'll see why, but that is the theme of this episode. From knitting in general to all kinds of weird things that I'll share in the personal section at the end. The theme for this podcast is going to be recovery. So, yeah, it's been a great few weeks since I last filmed a video. I should mention now, the last video I filmed was horrible. Just saying. Because of the quality. I tried for a while to do live YouTube podcasts, and they were just so subject to the weather of the internet atmosphere in my townhome. And even when my husband wasn't using the internet to work or anything last time, it was just a slow day for the internet at our place. So it just came out garbledy, gooky, those aren't words, but it came out kind of really hard to watch. So if you watched any of it, thanks. And I'm going to go back to this way of just filming and then uploading to YouTube. It's just more reliable. So yeah, thanks for watching that one if you did. No worries if you didn't, and sorry about that. So this one should be better quality-wise. So that's our first sighting of the theme of recovery. We're recovering the quality back from the world of me trying to do live videos. So yeah, I'm looking at my notes here. Another thing that happened in the past couple weeks since I last podcast was the Great Basin Fiber Arts Festival. I said it right, and yay for me. But it's a great festival that comes to Farmington, Utah. It used to be in August, and now it's in May, which was great because this year I got to go twice. So that was awesome. I got to see lots of lovely people, and so I thought I'd start my podcast with who I saw and what I bought, just because it's something new and different. So let me first take more of this wonderful iced coffee that is making me talk way too fast. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm very proud of this because this is me using the last part of what was in the coffee pot this morning that we didn't drink. And instead of just tossing it, as soon as the heat stopped, it lasts like for 2 hours, I put some sugar in it, refrigerated it, and I was like, I'll have iced coffee later. So I just took it out of the fridge, poured some almond milk in it, and it is great. So, yay, that was my coffee commercial for the day. But let me talk to you about the Great Basin Fiber Arts Festival. I saw so many wonderful people and things, and it was so much fun. I'm going to show and talk about, I think, the thing that is newest to me as far as something that I've never done before, and that is spinning. I was lucky enough to be spending time next to the Friendly Gatherings Fiber Arts, no, Friendly Gatherings is the name of it, booth. And I think her name was Summer. And she was so nice and so helpful. I told her I was kind of interested in getting into spinning and just seeing what it might be like and if it's something that I enjoy. And she spent some quality time with me, showing me how drop spindles work, you know, what fibers to start with, and she was just wonderful. So I'm going to link to her. I think she just opened her Etsy shop that week, I think she was saying. So I'll put the link below. She was fabulous. And that was really fun. And so I decided to jump in to the spinning world. And so I haven't spent a ton of time on it yet, but this is the beautiful drop spindle that I bought. It was, I think she stains them as well. But it's just a drop spindle. It's a lighter one. She was saying, I think she was saying that lighter spindles are easier for beginners. And then I bought some of her hand-dyed fiber. Here it is. Let me hold it to the lighting. There we go. Friendly Gatherings Fiber. Friendly Gatherings Fiber Arts. I was right. Yes, she is wonderful. And this is hand-painted roving, and it's 4 ounces. I think this is on Mermaid, and it's Corriedale type of fiber, I think. Oh, look at that. Oh, she makes beautiful things. Anyway, it's got this like mermaid green and lilac color. Oh, I love it so much. And so I have started to play with a little bit, as you can see. I don't really have any samples because everything that I've been practicing, I've been kind of unwinding and rewinding and playing with. So this week, hopefully, I'm going to sit down and spend some more time. The little tiny teeny bit that I've been doing of spinning, it's making me very excited about it. I was enjoying playing with it a ton. So this was my first purchase, and I just love it. I'm so excited. Oh, look at the colors. Isn't that fun? And I just, as somebody who's dyed yarn, it's so fun to see how fiber is dyed, and it's going to be fun to see how the color represents itself and when it, you know, shows up, and I'm just so excited. So I really love this. Friendly Gathering Fiber Arts. She is awesome. So this was my first purchase, and hopefully a new hobby, a new type of fiber art that I can be a part of. So I'm super duper excited about that. Second purchase was, I had the privilege of getting to hang out with my friends at their booth. Christy of Yarn Cafe Creations and Tristan of Dragon Hoard Yarn had a booth next to the Friendly Gatherings Fiber Arts booth, and they had all their beautiful yarn displayed, and it was fun just to hang out with them. It was neat because one of the first times I met them in person, not just chatting online, was at the same event in August of last year. So it was really fun to go back and them having their own booth, and it was just cool. And Deborah of Meanwhile at the Castle was also there, and that was one of the first places I had hung out with her in August last year too. So it was just wonderful, and they're just all wonderful ladies. They're so inspiring and fun to be around, and I wasn't able to spend as much time as I wanted to up there with all of them, but I was so glad I got to hang out for a couple hours and be there and soak in the ambiance and just enjoy the people and the beautiful yarn. So that was fun. Yeah, so I gotta show you what I bought. Now, I'm a fan of both Christy and Tristan's yarn, so you've seen their stuff on my podcast repeated times because I'm a fan. I love what they do. And so here's what I bought, and I'm going to show them together because I'm going to use them together. But, oh, look at that. So, I bought from Yarn Cafe Creations, from Christy, I bought Mermaid Party. Now that is some pretty yarn. I love it. You know me, anything that has to do with mermaids, I'm in. So, love this so much. And then this one from Tristan I bought is Tarot. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, yeah. So excited. These are very much, if you can't tell by all the things here and all the things here, I love purples and greens and blues. I love cool colors and I love pink. So this makes sense. Yeah, I am going to make these into a shawl together. I can't wait. This has been a treat that I have been waiting to cast on. I have a couple projects that I'm trying to finish, and this is one that maybe every evening when I walk by this yarn, excuse me, I think I might get the hiccups. Hopefully not. But every night when I walk by this yarn and I see it there on the table, like, oh, maybe I should just cast it on tonight. But I haven't officially decided what pattern, so that's always a bad idea. It's better for me if I pick something and plan and then do it. So, yes, I'm enjoying all the things I'm working on, but this is like a treat that's calling my name. It says, Audrey, cast me on. Anyway, sorry. Caffeine is really bringing out my true inner personality today, but yeah, super excited. Lovely ladies, lovely yarn. Couldn't be happier. So that was my yarn purchase from the festival. And, oh, I forgot to show, oh no I didn't. Let's just forget I said that. I did show all the things that I purchased there. So yeah, that was the Great Basin Fiber Arts Festival in Farmington, Utah. And it was a beautiful day. It was a stormy day. And I drove up by myself. And it's about an hour north of where I live. And so I drove up and I was really, still am, but I was really at the peak of re-listening to Phantom of the Opera. That musical was the first one I ever saw live with my gran. And we saw it in San Francisco at the Corinne Theater in like 1990, I don't know. It was probably like 95. I think I was maybe 11. So anyway, it was awesome. And it's been so long that since I've listened to it, that it was like when I thought of it the other day or rediscovered it, it was like a new musical to me. You ever have that happen where like you play something for like over and over and then it just becomes like humdrum and what do they say? Familiarity breeds contempt. That kind of thing, that principle at work. And then it's been about 10 years since I've really like listened to the whole album. Anyway, I'm on a massive rant, but it was just so fun to re-listen to it like it was new again. And it was this dark and stormy day. I had an iced coffee and I had my, stereo booming the whole thing. I started at the beginning of the musical and got to the end of Act 1 by the time I got there, and just singing at the top of my lungs and enjoying the moody skies. It was just the perfect day. Then I got up to the Fiber Festival and got to hang out with everybody, do some shopping, and it was gorgeous. So that was a really fun day. So that was, yeah, Great Basin. Let's see. What shall I show you next? I think I will move into works in progress. Now, because the last episode of this podcast was so choppy because of the internet and the poor connection, I'm going to re-show a lot of what I showed on that one, because I don't blame you if you saw the quality was not so good and then just were like, forget this. So I'm going to re-show some of those things just in case people didn't see it. So I'm going to go with this one first. So I showed last time my husband's socks that I dyed the yarn for. I love them. They're inspired by the Dragon Ball Z show. And I dyed this color to represent the character Goku and this color to represent the character Vegeta. And I'm using my monkey, my little monkey. Where is he? Face the camera monkey. Progress Keeper for my mom for these, because there's a monkey in the show called Bubbles and he reminds me of Bubbles. So anyhow, if you've never seen that show and have no idea what I'm talking about, that's how I was this time last year. I had never really thought about the show, had barely heard about it. Now I'm a massive fan. And whoa, yeah, and so I'm really excited. I knit the cuff out of the orange colorway that was Spunky Saiyan, and the blue, which was Prince of all Saiyans. And so I did a slip stitch. I have partridge heel here, and then I am now just on the foot. And it's funny because I'm knitting these for my husband. First knit thing that I've ever really knit him, because he really hasn't wanted knitwear before. And it's so funny because I have really small feet. So I was looking at these yesterday as I was knitting, and I was like, awesome, I'm almost done. I'm almost to the toe. And then I was like, no, these aren't for you. You're going to have to go a lot further. And I was like, shoot, I'm not close to done. But I'm a quick person to knit socks for. So I'm spoiled that way when I knit socks for myself. But for him, I'm going to have to keep going. But I will finish them soon. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I love the way the colors are showing up. It's just, it was fun to dye them and to now knit them. So we shall see. And I'm doing this on 2.25 bamboo DPNs. They are my favorite sock knitting method these days. The texture of the bamboo is perfect. The size, I think these are 6 inches length.